Welcome, race fans from around the globe. Here they come, out of turn 4, to the white flag, and it's 1 to go.
All right, welcome back, sim racing fans. I'm Harold. We got Cushy with us. We're now just a slight movement from California to now a much hotter Phoenix in the daytime conditions here for the Caleb Elswick eSports presents Triple Threat at Phoenix for the Duel in the Desert 90 today. Ken, I hear you bouncing around back there, buddy.
I am bouncing around. I'm trying to put my mic in another spot. It's very hard. I'm down in the Richmond studios tonight, so different little setup than I have up at home.
Yeah. So something new here for the split decision guys is they allow drivers and anyone else who wanted to sponsor individual races. And last week we had John in his design shop for the cartoon battle. And this week we have Caleb Elswick presenting for Phoenix.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty neat that the drivers can get involved like that.
So if you are tuning in for the first time, we are presenting a 90-minute multi-class race. Blue is the truck series, which they're leading the way right now. Yellow are the Cup series, and red are the Xfinity series. So basically think about all top 3 NASCAR guys all running the track at the same exact time.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, wouldn't that be great in real life? I mean, that would be like Dover on Sunday. We'll just put everybody on the same track.
I'd love to see him try it. I mean, IMSA puts 5 classes out on the same track at the same time.
Yeah, a little bit more space, though. Like 1 mile, we'll put 45 cars, 15, 15, and 15 out at Dover. I think we won't get a lot of green flag racing involved.
Well, let's do it at, let's say we do it at like Daytona.
Daytona.
Yeah, I don't think we get much racing there either.
Maybe the New Texas.
Maybe the New Texas. I don't know. I'm thinking
Atlanta,
you better put them on a road
Michigan.
course. You better put them on a road
How
course.
about Michigan?
Michigan's pretty wide.
Yeah. Till you get to turn 2, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it can get ugly sometimes, but I think it'll be fine.
Now again, with the split decision triple threat, Elswick's Duel in the Desert 90 at Phoenix. Coming at you live from Phoenix Raceway, Avondale, Arizona. Sim time 3:33 in the afternoon.
Ah, lovely balmy 3:33 in the afternoon, I bet.
Check out weather currently here by the butt kicker. With Elswick Duels in the Desert 90 at Phoenix, mostly cloudy skies. The air temp's 85, the track temperature 97. Big time, oof, hot. 2 degrees, or 2% humidity, and the winds are out of the east at 5.
That racetrack's gonna be slicker than snot on a brass doorknob.
Another week of great driving, says Augie as he's tuned in. As we got 12 people watching with the eyeball, it tells me, over the 3 different systems: YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch.
Yeah, I can only see Facebook tonight because I'm down on space. But how you doing, Augie? Patrick Anderson is watching. He should be driving, not watching. But hey, it's all good.
And one of the coolest things here at Phoenix is the cactus.
Yeah, that is neat.
It changes based on the colors of the flag, so it will go yellow or a caution as you see the 45 turning around.
He's just testing his 360 ability.
Jonathan Kusumano there.
Looked good. 37 seconds left of practice.
Then we'll get into 2 laps of qualifying individually. That'll set up a pole winner, which we do have the pole award now. Kind of going through all the different
that's right, we do, don't we? Yes.
We do, yeah. definitely helping us out with that.
By the way, 85 is pretty good. I mean, if you think about it, that's not too bad in the desert.
No, not 3:30 in the afternoon.
Fall has arrived in the desert as well. That's beautiful.
Well, it will definitely be when we get to tomorrow at Doswell. It's supposed to go 80 degrees during the daytime and drop to 52 degrees at night. So,
Oh, I saw 75. I want 75. I don't want 82.
well, we'll see what it actually does. But it'll be still a 20-degree drop in temperature from the day to nighttime.
Oh, yeah. Larry Dickerson. The Milk Dud is watching. Have we heard from him at all much? That's like the first time we've heard from him, isn't it?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Taco Gortman currently coming out to the racetrack.
Actually, I saw in the chat now in Discord, he is Taco Verstappen Kermit Gortman or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. In honor of Max Verstappen, of course, which I'm a fan of his, so I'm okay with that.
See how flat this track is as Taco takes around and coming into turn number 2 on the longest straightaway of the track between 2 and 3.
And then it comes around to the ugly spot, the hairy spot.
Yeah, the
Drive down into your...
shoot there.
Yeah. And then cut the corner all the way to the edge. It's funny that NASCAR allows stuff like that, but...
All right,
The old Phoenix was a nightmare because it used to have that wall that stuck out, remember?
Yep. I like the old Phoenix because it had the Skyway, and that you told me when I was supposed to brake.
Ah.
So that was helpful. Tyler, Turtle Rush to the top of the board. Fonseca says no, nay, nay. And Joe Turtle says, too bad. Get out of the way, Cup cars. Trucks are coming through. Got the race against Turtle last night, so.
Oh, yeah? Did he behave himself?
Yeah, you know. And then I think he had Turtle designs on the back of Mr. Gilbert's truck as well.
Let's see.
We're there on Throwback Thursdays. Anybody want to watch me race how bad I can be? So DJ Trout coming out on the racetrack. I believe he was the fastest in practice in number 61.
DJ Rainbow Trout.
And there's Adam Benefield says he's done. I was going to try to get to him before, but that did not work for me.
We did get at the end, though, so, you know. I don't like that the chat disappears on the phone, by the way. I just want to point that out.
All right, well, it looks like the same thing for Gitchell. Like, as soon as I get going, and there you go, we're done. Garrett Sider. So the two guys we have, Gitchell and Benefield in cars. We'll try to see if they can keep them on today. Having issues with guys, trying to keep their cams up and their racing gear at the same time. So I prefer them to drive first and show off second.
That'd be good. Yeah. We've seen when they try to show off first and drive second, and that usually doesn't end well. I remember one of my favorite guys used to eat while driving. That was pretty impressive.
Yeah, DJ Trout to the top of the board. So we got 5 trucks to the top right now.
Harold, maybe you should tell them why the trucks are doing so well here.
Well, basically the trucks for the way Josh Susi does all the setups here. Really, they're just set up for short track type racing. They got quicker acceleration and they're easier to corner. Basically means they can hold more speed throughout the track versus the Cup cars or the Xfinity Series. Now, with that being said, the Cup cars are going to go running through them in the first couple of laps after they come up to speed.
Oh, absolutely. But they're going to be fast in the qualifying and all. Although, if I remember last year at Phoenix, I thought a truck gave them a run for their money at the end. Like, I thought it was working out that way.
That would be good. We'll see if that happens this time.
And it might have been Caleb that ran well here last year.
Well, then that won't be repeatable since Caleb is now.
Nope, since he's in a different division, yes.
At least it won't be him.
Yeah, because Xfinity's not going to be, those cars are not going to be able to.
There's Joel Brewer in the Phillips 66 helmet there on your screen.
I like
Jeff
that.
Ramsdale coming around here in his DuPont colors in his helmet in the Exalta 7. Way to mix it up, new school, old school.
Right?
And Pepsi.
Pepsi on the hood. That's
come on
right.
now, you might as well make it out of the Rainbow Warrior car and we'd be good to go, right?
Somebody did run that this year, didn't they?
I'm not sure. All right, so Elswick, who is sponsoring tonight, is in a new paint. I pointed this out to Ken while we were looking at him in practice. So there we go. Zoe's Place Child Advocacy Center. And yeah, it looks like the puzzle pieces that we know quite well for being with our special needs group and Angel and such. It tends to be the puzzle pieces, tends to be for autism. Doesn't always have to be, but kind of a neat introduction. I like the way the numbers are on the car.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool.
Patrick Anderson now says Ramsdale's not a hack anymore. He's moved up to he's the man.
Oh. Well, that seems like a pretty big move, don't you think?
I don't know.
I think there's some. You know what I think is happening there with Patrick's comment is, I believe he might try reverse psychology, Harold.
Oh, that might work.
Yeah. Not sure who it's gonna work for, but good evening, Sonia. Sonia's on Facebook as well, saying hi guys or hey guys.
Hey y'all.
Sonia, I'm about an hour and a half up the road from you right now. Well, over, because you're to the west of me.
You're sitting in Richmond proper?
I'm in Chesterfield, which is outside of Richmond proper, but we'll call it the Richmond Mobile Studios. How's that? Richmond Metro Mobile Studios.
Oh, there we go. So it looks like two drivers, Stephen Wood and Thomas Teagan, have yet to take time. There's like 34 drivers, and then of course the 720 of Adam Flieger is the race controller. Jonathan Kusumano says, I don't understand how Pat can watch but can't race. Maybe he's watching from his phone, Jonathan.
Yeah.
Looks like Teagan taken to the track there in the number 13 ride. Like that helmet, got the eagle on there.
Yeah, it is a good looking helmet.
About 2 minutes left in qualifying. So while this is going on, let's look at the current point system. Currently the Cup class here. Lucas Gortman leading the way with Dylan Clark, Tyler Rush, Justin Gibbs, and Luke Smith. That's your top 5. Moving on to the Xfinity Series, you got Garrett Seidner leaving pretty well over 8 over Corey Herrigs. Matthew Kopp, Caleb Elswick, and Nathan Manwaring. So 3 wins total there with Garrett leading the way with 2, and Corey's got 1. And the truck class, DJ Trout, Joe Turkle, Richard Crane, Kevin Garoni, and Ethan Michaels. With the winners, Rob McMillan and Kevin Gagari, right? Gagari, yeah, are further down the list there. So kind of interesting how DJ Trout winless at this point, leading the way.
Josh, if I'm in the area of Norfolk, so I live in Delaware. I'm just in Richmond Mobile because Harold has talked me into going to King's Dominion for their fall festival, which he didn't have to twist very hard, obviously. But I am planning, Josh, to be in the Virginia Beach area or just over the bridge area, I believe either next month or towards December. So I'll reach out to you when I'm down in the Norfolk area.
That'd be far. I only go in that
Yeah,
area
but when
we
you're
do
there
Busch
for a
Gardens.
long weekend, it's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this camber on that thing.
Mm-hmm. I believe that is everyone at this point. And looking at our drivers, looks like everybody has, except for the Tegan and Wood. And we're waiting for the countdown here. 12 seconds left, and then we'll move it into the pole award, and then to our starting grid.
All right. And while we do that, I'm going to try to figure out how to watch the chat.
It can't be right. There we go. Like, why
There you go.
So on the pole today is DJ Trout. He is the DC Designs Pole Award winner. DJ Trout, the number 61 truck, and he'll be on the inside for the pole.
DJ Rainbow Trout.
All right, we'll get them guys going here. Gridding up. DJ Trout on the inside, Joe Turkel on his outside, Kevin Guerreri and Ethan Michaels in 2. Row 3, Kevin Garoni and Richard Crane. First Cup car, Keith Fonseca with Tyler Turtle Rush on the outside of row 4.
All right, row number 5 has Taco Gortman on the inside, Douglas Wasaki on the outside. Row 6 is Chris Finnegan and Michael Gitchell. Row number 7, Justin Gibbs and Sir Great, and we know who that is. Row number 8, Jonathan Kusumano and Robert McMillan.
Row 9, Garrett Seidner and Josh Susi. Andy Turner on the inside of 10. Outside him is Corey Harris, Josh McKinney, and Caleb Elswick in row number 11. Row 12, Nathan Manwaring and Larry Bruner.
All right, row number 13 has Bo Ross on the inside, Adam Benefiel on the outside. Row 14, John Humphrey and Jeffrey Ramsdell. Row number 15, John Peterson, Matthew Boston Wheeler, and then row 16, Joel Brewer and Vinny Tybee.
Row 17, Stephen Wood and Thomas Teagan. And in that row number 18, that's our race controller, so he'll be in the booth. So 34 race cars out here to take on the Duel in the Desert, presented by Elswick eSports for 90 minutes here at Phoenix.
Awesome, sawsome. They look good gridded up. All right. Oh. That's a fancy looking truck. Oh, Hooters has made it out to the track finally.
So it looks like they put the Cup cars up front.
That seems weird. Call me crazy.
Maybe based on class, I guess. It looks like the Cup Series guys will all be up front. We gave you guys the information straight off of the timing.
What they ran.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, there's J.G. Wentworth. Call J.G. Wentworth. 877 cash now. That's sad. I should not know that commercial, okay? That's all I'm saying.
All right, getting ready to go. Fonseca going to be bringing us to the green. I was talking about how we're doing the grids to help us out with the grids when we start talking about it.
Yeah.
In the restart zone, the 16 fires it up. Outside of him is Tyler Turner Rush getting a big jump on the outside going into turn number 1. He cuts down in front of the 16.
Going hard into the next turn.
Side by side, 16 underneath the 27. They almost door to door.
Oh. Keith held on to it, did not come up into him. Could have done exactly that and rolled right on up into him.
All right, Cup car starting to take a runaway here. And the rest of the field is Fonseca cuts that corner and looks to underneath the 27. Looks like Keith got 1 and 2 down, and then 3 and 4 is where the 27 starts to pick it up.
He pulled away pretty good, Tyler did on that, once he got free of Keith.
Well, look like Keith knows how to cut that corner really well, and this time he's going to stay up higher. say right behind him, but he cut really low earlier. Taco Gortman to the fastest lap of the race.
And he's right there climbing on the backside. So interesting. I thought you'd see more using the using that drop down, Harold.
The top number 50 of Garrett Seidner, the top Xfinity Series racer right now, as he's sitting right on the tail end of all the Cup Series. Sir Kermit the Great now having the fastest car in this segment. I think who that flashing there in front of that, Andy Turner? Or no, it's not Andy. That's Benefield in the number 9. Adam Benefield in the number 9 was flashing. Turner's at 35 blue. Underneath the 50 there is Corey Herrick's now starting to catch up to the number 50. So now we have a race for the Xfinity Series, about a car length separating the two drivers.
Yeah, there's 4 of them bunched together there as far as Xfinity goes.
We're back to Joe Turkel leading the way with the trucks as he's starting to move through. He split the Xfinity Series in half already as he's bringing up Ethan Michaels and Chris Finnegan.
Yeah, that's the bad part about the trucks starting in the back is they've got to kind of chop their way through, and you look back there, it's quite a mess. So if they're faster than the Xfinity, they're gonna have to fight all the way through them.
Keith Fonseca just puts up the fastest lap of 27.843.
That's an impressive lap. Everybody else that time before ran in a 28. So
Turkel looking to get around the number 26 of John Humphreys.
that was a fast truck last week too. So
He was looking to get around. He's hugging right around that yellow line.
Yeah.
He's hugging that thing, almost straddling it. So.
I was about to say he almost straddled that thing. That's for sure.
The new leader over Tyler Rush by at least 4 or 5 car lengths. So maybe let Turtle burn up his stuff early and off he goes.
I must knock my microphone off. That's the bumping. Apologize again.
4 minutes have expired.
Are we there yet, Mom? Are we there yet?
So, 1 mile racetrack that is set up as pretty much a short track in how it races.
Yeah, with that little twist though, in that open space. But yeah, this was the one I commented a lot on last year. Looks like Joe has found some company.
Well, he is right there with the Cup car of Adam Benefield and Garrett Seidner for the Xfinity Series. Corey Herrick's starting to pull away as Turkel is running up on the leaders.
Turkel's got Ethan Michaels on his back door and Finnegan right behind him too, so he's bringing some friends with him as he climbs through this group. Amazing to watch them get through like they are.
Adam Benefield to the bottom, lets Turkel go wide.
Oh, Turkel touches the wall.
Ooh, that's oucha. Yeah, it's split all over the back of that, all over the right side of that car.
Yep, he slammed it pretty good.
Getting the gas a little bit in the wrong part, and there it is. So Ethan Michaels going to try to capitalize that in the number 1 machine, as they have one Xfinity Series between them and the top 10 All Cup Series.
He didn't seem to slow down too much when he slammed the wall. Fonseca's about to put somebody a lap down already.
Maybe Steven Wood have been 19 possibly. Yep.
Let me see. Yep.
And DJ Trout in the 61 already down a lap. He came down to pit. Looked like he needed another car. Yeah. Let's see if I can get back to that. Let's try to do a replay back. See what happened to Mr. DJ Trout. Ooh, the 47 and the 61.
Yeah, he had some help
there. Pancake that front right, that car.
That's a shame.
But no caution on that.
It's a shame that he loses that lap that quickly, though.
And lost his faster pair too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's out of that on as well, right? Keith seems to have a pretty strong car right now. Who was that just went a lap down in the truck?
Kusumano.
Gotcha. It's hard for me to scroll through the... It's a smaller screen, so I'm trying to keep up and see what's going on, but... Xfinity guy is kind of struggling. Caleb Elswick is... he's going to be the next one going a lap down if he doesn't, you know, get to scooting.
And number 12 there, Corey Herrick's leading the way for the Xfinity. He's got 2 trucks in front of him, Turkle and the number 1 of Ethan Michaels. As he's trying to continue to lead the way and put some distance between him and Garrett. Now Nathan Manwaring coming to the party. And
Those
as well.
Xfinity seem to be sliding again this week, Harold. On the when they're coming through that one turn, they don't seem to have that same. I mean, when Keith goes down to a turn, you can see him just go where he wants to go. It looks like the Xfinity has to fight it a little more in their cars.
They're much heavier. So, Sonia, I'm sure glad that you clarified that for the viewers at home, because she was talking about DJ and then something about getting a kiss before he qualified or after he qualified. And then she's like, no, Keith did, not DJ. So I want to make sure.
Oh, yeah. I just see that now. Yeah, thank you for clarifying that.
We need to clarify these things. You know.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. We don't want to start any steamy rumors while we're watching.
Exactly. So 18 laps have gone away for Keith Fonseca as he's at 9 minutes into this thing.
So why don't you talk about I don't know, what do we have tire wear numbers or length of time they can run before they have to go fuel and tires?
No, that I haven't got any information. We don't have anybody telling me that today, so we'll kind of keep an eye on it. But fall off is about a second already from their fastest laps.
Really?
Now,
Okay.
So.
Okay. Yeah, I see them now as I'm going through the numbers. There's only a few cars still running 28s. That's the top 5. After that, most of them are running 29s. I got Kusumano in a 30, Stephen Wood 31. Adam Benefield is now 2 laps down as well in the 9 car. So yeah, it's definitely dropped off as far as speed goes.
Adam is still in the pits, but he was having issues with his computer where he was flashed in and out.
Ah, that's right. You did mention that earlier.
And Garoni, another car with a nuke, has got a faster pair in, and so 2 trucks have already taken their faster pairs.
That's never a good thing. Here I'm going over to sliding over to the fast repair look now. So. Uh-oh. Well, Harold, I've lost my view.
What? Oh, no.
Yep. I don't know what happened. Oh, there we go. I'm back again. What on earth is happening? Well, ladies and gentlemen, Harold is not wrong. It's mine this time, so.
Nope, guess trying to get Caleb. Oh, he got the wrong one. Caleb got the wrong one. Sorry, buddy. He gave us the push instead of the view, so.
Ah.
That doesn't
Hate
help
when
me.
you get. Nah. By the way, Bethany Gubler, Let's Go Gibbs is on YouTube. I switched over to YouTube on my one thing here, so I can kind of I'm sorry, my phone, because if I'm looking at my phone, I can see YouTube there, and then I went to Facebook on my other screen in the messages, which Jim Moody had to come in and mess that up for me. So
Justin Gibbs currently in the 6th spot. The all black mobile one today.
yes, this is one of my favorite cars. I love the black mobile one, and the horse stands out so much better. Look at that. That's beautiful. What's great is how he does the horse is shiny.
Shiny.
Shiny. I love shinies.
20 minutes, actually 30 minutes left in until we get to that 50 minutes to go stage break.
We are rolling towards that, though, Harold. Rolling towards that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Kind of interesting also, think about maybe something that maybe NASCAR might be able to think about is this time clock thing, considering then, you don't have to worry about, because if the clock continuously runs, just like, IMSA does.
Right.
And then you're going to get the race in that 3-hour time period or whatever it is for, the audience at home.
You would bet that would work well, except that somehow they'd figure out a way to screw that up. Like they just can't. They can't get through a regular race now, much less a time clock race. And then someone's going to complain about it because the time wasn't set right, or I don't know. These guys are pretty particular about what they do, but I like the time clock idea. I mean, that's what IMSA runs off of. Whoa, 47, hold it. He did, nice save. Great save right there.
Keith basically started to really pull away. 2 seconds is the gap back between him and Jasusi.
Well, the one thing we've learned about this, and
Hey, I know what you're about to say.
No, I wasn't going to say that. What I was going to say is we've learned that he has great support online. Yeah, see how I did that? Yeah.
Because I know we said something forward. What happened last week? They're like, only a kitchen sink will change the outcome of this.
Yeah, well, so, yeah, I'll shut up.
It was the anvil that did come down. It was the cartoon battle, so.
Yeah, it was the anvil, yeah.
So 1 hour 16 to go. Fonseca on the 29th lap here, as he's just putting laps in and down. Joe Turkel's moved up to the 7th spot overall.
Yeah, he's flying. But Ethan's right on his, he's a 1.7 seconds off, but he's up in the top 10 too. So you got 3 trucks in the top 10 right now. That's pretty impressive.
You said the Xfinity cars are struggling. That heavy body have a nice.
They really are. They're mostly, other than, they're 16 down. They're having a hard time today. Vinny Tybey's down 2 laps. Stephen Wood's down 2 laps. Elswick's still hanging on. McKinney just went down a lap. Peterson's down a lap. It's tough.
Well, at 50 minutes to go, we'll reset the track. All drivers will get a lap back to the leaders that are a lap down. So whatever leader in their division is, so wherever the truck is, they're a lap down to that leader, they'll get a wave around. And Cavaroni just now down 2 laps.
Yeah. Yep.
And he's trying to get that 1 lap back. Fonseca up high, lets him go by.
That was a very nice move.
So, well, now only 1.4 is the difference between Fonseca and Susi.
That's why I didn't say anything. That's why I didn't say anything.
Okay.
Nah, it's still early. There's still a lot of racing to go, and Keith has a very stout car right now. So,
new sponsor, it looks like. Wasn't he usually the Wendy's car? Now he's this Big A.
The Big A fans.
Mm-hmm.
No, Sonia can tell us. I think he had him on at the early one of the earlier races.
This season, yes, but
Yeah.
last season.
Oh, yeah,
when he
yeah.
was
New
winning.
this season.
Yeah.
New this season, yes.
New sponsor, new season. Let's see whether that changes anything for him.
Well, so far, so good.
Yeah. We're talking about him a whole lot more. And he changed the color. He usually
That's
a
right.
dark car. Now he's this light color.
Right, we can find him now.
Maybe he went from the dark side to the light side. You know, now he's with Luke Skywalker and he's using the Force.
Nah, I think he's probably just a stormtrooper now instead of Darth Vader.
Oh, you got demoted?
I didn't say that. No. See, that causes issues again. No.
Look at Joe Turkle up to the third spot overall.
Yeah.
Cutting into the lead. He's a half a second faster than the race leader right now.
Yeah, he's smoking it right now. Just to give an idea, 29.2 last lap, 29.7 off of Keith Fonseca. So he is literally just walking him in. Matter of fact, he ran a 29.102 that lap. Gosh.
So he is definitely bringing it on the heat here in the second half of this first stint, running 36 laps in that truck.
Maybe we do have it this time, Harold. Maybe a truck wins the overall.
He's definitely going to put his hat in the ring as he's starting to move up even more.
Yeah, but they can't run as long. That's the problem. They can't run the distance that the other guys can.
True that.
And that's where I think that's what caught them last season, was while they're stout, they can't run the distance that the other guys can on fuel, and that's what keeps them from going forward. That's still impressive, nonetheless, considering where he started and the fact that we're this short in, and he's literally got Josh and Keith in his sights. And Josh, speaking of having in his sights, Josh is up his bumper.
That's right. The number 11 is a lap down. That's Josh McKinney. As you see, Susie has reeled in Fonseca all over the back deck.
Did he touch him?
It looked like it was. Not sure if that was a net code or something, but yes, it looked like there was contact. So Susie and Turkle with McKinney in between there.
It's a McKinney sandwich.
Now, see what Fonseca back up onto the race car, but I don't see any damage to the back of the car.
I don't know. It just seemed like he, I feel like he got moved.
It may have gotten a little bit off of his spoiler. Not
That's true too. Because they went into that flatter spot.
Yep.
Good point.
Put the air off the car. That's all it takes. So look at Turkle on the back of the 81. See if he can see what he did and see if he can do the same thing to the 81. See how the 81? See, that's the same spot. And there's McKinney.
Whoa, Josh.
Yeah. Like the same
I think
spot.
that was. Josh was trying to get away from what was going on in front of him too a little bit there.
Turkle takes the lead.
Look at that move.
From the back.
And powered around.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so everybody's on 40 laps so far, except for, ones that have either already pitted or what have you. So, 41 lap stint. We don't know, so it's going to be kind of hard to tell you when they're going to be coming in.
So we're halfway to the stage break.
I would think on a short track, they'd be able to run at least a decent distance.
I don't think they're
trucking them way.
I don't think they're going to be doing 84 miles.
I don't think they're doing 84 miles. No, I'll give you that one. Who's that turned around again? That was 13.
Thomas Teagan.
Okay. I couldn't find it. I got him in the list now. Now that you got the colors that match up, Harold.
Yeah. Yep.
Gary got around too, and Michaels.
Stage break, 50 minutes to go, so about 20 minutes.
Smoke again. Somebody spin out again?
Possibly, but Turkle now 2.5 seconds over the other truck, Kevin and Ethan Michaels and Chris Finnegan.
It's not even close.
Yep.
Gosh.
Trucks are just basically walking away.
I see Nate Manwaring actually cracked the top 10 in an Xfinity car, so that's pretty impressive. Some of the other guys, some of the big guys are having, it doesn't seem like they have the speed tonight. Because you've got Bo Ross down in 17th, Michael down in 18th, Ramsdale down in 21st. He's on pit lane. He's a lap down. And then Kremet and Taco are both a lap down along with Andy Turner. So they've probably already came in, serviced their cars. But, wow.
Michaels comes down pit road this lap with Finnegan. 2 trucks on pit lane. Look at Thomas Teagan coming back out of pit lane. He got a new truck.
I want a new truck.
That's right.
One that won't break down.
One that's got 4 wheels and a whole set
One that's
of
got
fuel.
4 wheels and rolls. One that won't let me down. I want a new truck.
One that takes me to victory lane.
That's right. Want to see them wave that flag.
So Turkle continuing.
Stage breaks at 50, Sonia.
17 and a half minutes left to go. Starting to see everybody coming down, so the top 14 have stayed out. Then now top 13 as we start to see people come on in.
You got to think at some point. I mean, some of these guys may be able to unlap themselves naturally, which is what is being attempted here. And at least get 1 lap back on the 13. Because Tegan's 3 laps down.
As the pit takes a lap. We're going to go down a lap just going into the pit lane.
Yeah. Well, he was 2, came out 3, so he's trying to get at least 1 back, put him 2 laps down right there, and looks like he clears him.
That Turtle Rush 16.
It is the 60.
The Matthew Boston Wheeler.
Yep.
Okay. Without a hood.
He's hoodless.
So, about 16 minutes remaining before the stage break. Turkle leading the way. Susie in the 3rd spot. And Nathan Manwaring now in the 5th position. And then number 56 ride for the Xfinity Series. So top 5 has all 3 classes at this point.
It does. That's pretty cool. But again, it'll surround pit stops is really what's going to happen. Some of these guys have been.
Boston Wheeler coming down for his pit stop.
Yeah, my guess is he gets a new car.
Taco Lover Racing.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Let's see how long this one's going to take.
Car.
New car.
Turkle comes down. Kevin with him.
Hey, new name, by the way. Wysocki up towards the top.
Race leader now back to Josh Susie.
Josh is still surrounded by a lot of people trying to get natural laps back and trying to get anything they can right now. What a mess! Whoa! He fixed it.
85 now takes the lead. That's Douglas Wasaki. And that truck gets around.
How about
Susie.
that?
Oh, he's also
It was the 11 that was sliding. That was McKinney that was sliding in front of him. Josh seems to has his hands full with that 11 car. It's not that he's slow, but man, that thing wants to come out from under him a lot.
Well, caution is waived at the 55 or the 65 minute mark.
Yep. This is not your stage break.
Nope, this is thrown by the flagger. So it shows John Peterson and Jonathan Kusumano both out today.
That is what I'm showing as well. Thank you. I don't remember this having a lot of attrition last year, but it seems to be taking some people out right now. Oh,
that was what should have caused the caution to come out.
Oh, that's Fonseca.
Yep. So
I think that's the 60 car too.
that is the 60 and the 27, which
And nowhere for Keith to go.
27 ride of. Who's the 27?
27 is Tyler Rush.
Tyler Rush, yes. So we're looking at it from inside of Fonseca, and man,
he just had nowhere to go. He tried.
He tried to get around, just not.
He did. And the 60 car just came off of pit lane after getting a new car. Mm-hmm. So this is. I mean, remember he went in for no hood.
Yes, he did.
Wow.
That sure shakes up the front.
Yeah, I was going to say that's going to cause quite a stir up, isn't it?
Yep. A lot of cars a lap down. Joel Brewer all the way back from 25.
Yeah.
And then this allows drivers who not pitted yet to come down. That would have been looks like Larry Bruner and Seidner can come down.
McKinney's back on. And Saucy's back on as well. All right.
A lot of these drivers are going to get their wave arounds here. As you see, we're looking at the number 97. Is that purple Kremet Crush
Sir
car.
Kremet. Yes, Sir Kremet.
Everybody in front of him will be waved around the pace car.
Wow. That's quite a Congo line of cars. Sonia, how loud did Keith scream as he went into that mess? Phone's ringing.
Hello?
Hello? Hello? Nobody's answering. Now, the 60 pulled down. He did not take the wave around. And that was because he was part of the accident, right?
60 is actually EOL being assessed the penalty there.
Yep. Every once in a while, I'll come with actual facts, Harold. It's rare. It's rare, but, you know.
All right, so now we're starting to stack it up here.
So now are we going to class them again? Or no, does not look like it this time. So Sir Kremet the Great is going to lead us down with Michaels on the outside. Michaels has a fast truck. He always does. So should be interesting to see if he can do something right off the bat.
She said no cussing and not a word.
How about it? Wow. Well, I'm proud of him. He really had nowhere to go, though.
Wow, he didn't take a car either.
I don't think he had much damage. I mean, he did hit, but I don't know how hard he hit. He was definitely slamming brakes when he went in. So there you see the Kermit and Kremet.
Frogs to the front.
Frogs to the front. But that truck will not take long.
I know. And Manwaring's still in the top 5. About 9 minutes and we'll get the stage break in here. The number 1, look at that yellow line, looks on the inside there. Gorman takes it even lower.
Thank you, Gary, on the outside. Okay. Kevin tries to go on the outside. guess who else is playing? Turkle's back in the play as well.
Yep, with 3 trucks coming.
He sniffs any of that lead, he'll be flying. Oh, they're going to try to sandwich him. The brothers better roll. See that if they could stay wide like that, that'll cause the trucks to have to do something they don't want to do. The Frog Brothers.
It's a matter of time. They're continuing to push here.
That time Michaels went way down. Nah, I do hear cussing now. I didn't figure it would take long.
A lot of damage on that car, even though he didn't think there was. He's going to need to get it repaired.
Yeah.
He's way off the pace. So we got to gonna hold on here and we'll get a new car here at the 50-minute mark.
That's probably a handful, I bet.
No, he looks like he's already gone down pit lane, possibly. Yep, Fonseca down pit lane.
Boy, my timing is a slight bit off of yours.
Pretty Tybie's done for the day. So
that's 31 now?
Yes. Fonseca down 2 laps.
Well, as you said, it's 1 lap guaranteed if you're going in on green to get a new car and then do it. I mean, that's you're begging for it.
He's going to try to get some repair work done. It looks like, as he did not take his fast repair. He's still on pit lane. Still on pit lane. So the Frog brothers still in the lead. With
Kevin's trying everything he can to get around.
Let them make an error there, Kevin. You got Turkle right behind you.
Yeah, exactly.
Or let Turkle go and follow him.
Well, Josh is coming up pretty fast too. They're in the 81 and he's pulling Gibbs along this time. So there's other people that are going to be playing along in this game. But Kermit and Kremet doing a good job of keeping those trucks behind them.
Fonseca's back out on the racetrack 2 laps down. With the new racetrack.
Not a lot of ability to get around these two right now, which is interesting because the trucks earlier had no problem getting around. Now you're going to try on the outside. He's got to run this time. See Taco drop way down, bring it back up in front of him. That's the advantage, Harold, I think, is the truck. When the trucks seem to go down that low or cut that corner, Turkle's done it a few times. They don't gain the same amount of ground, it seems like, that the other cars. And here comes Josh on the outside. So truly these guys are able to dive a little lower and get a little more traction than the trucks can.
We have a caution out. Looks like Elswick and Seidner were involved. Let's see what we can find here.
Oh, he cut him off. I'm sorry, that could have been net code, but that wasn't. But he went down to the inside of him, and
I don't know. I mean, it was
Caleb was coming down, right?
I mean, that's you got to set up for the corner eventually.
You do.
But I don't know. It's hard to say. I'll let race control figure that one out.
Yeah.
Sure, that may bring us to the stage break here.
Well, it's going to be pretty close, that's for sure.
At 53.45 here. So lots of people on pit lane. Staying out was Finnegan in the 174. He's on 25 lap tires here.
I mean, they went, what, 48, 49, some of them 50 before they came the first time, so that might be a good move.
Then you got the frogs coming behind them and Mr. Susi. It looks like the only person who did elect to stay out was Chris Finnegan.
Oh, they moved the stint bar, Harold. Just noticed that.
What?
On the timing and scoring, the stint bar is way down the line now.
Oh, okay.
But it's all right. You know, typically the stint bar is up at the front and then the laps are after that. But I got it now. I can see it all now, Harold. I got it.
You see it clearly now?
I can see it clearly now. The eyes have checked. All right. The lights are still on.
Lights are on, nobody's home.
Well, yeah. That's probably true in this case. My guess is Finnegan is going to be quick work.
We shall
for the
see.
boys.
We shall see. Or it makes himself really, really big.
Well, I mean, the boys did it, but...
Yep.
Patrick's asking what happened to Kusumano. I think he had help on one thing, and then he disconnected, if I'm not mistaken. Wasn't he involved in one of the first incidents?
I believe so. All right, so we're going to call this the stage break.
Okay.
And they're going to start pushing people around the pace car to get laps back.
We'll call it whatever you tell us to call it.
I'll just wait. I'll just look at the race. I'm just looking at what race control's doing.
I think it's amazing that Keith is such a good driver that he can make his car go through physical other cars. That's amazing. Just drove right through the pace truck like he wasn't even there. That's skill, Harold.
Yep. I like getting in the pace car and messing with his dashboard and then leaving.
Nice.
I changed radio station and driveway.
Would have been nice if you were out there, Patrick, but at least you're joining us in chat.
Chitty chat.
Chitty chat. Oh. Ow, pain, 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 pain.
That pain or paint?
Pain. I don't have any paint.
So I guess that's gonna rule out you riding something tomorrow, huh?
I don't know yet.
Put you on
If I can
305.
find...
Put you on 305, take you out of your misery.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I'd probably black out on that.
No, you don't have to worry about your pain anymore.
The funny thing is, it's like, you wrap it up. I was wearing full compression, full-length compression pants underneath my softball with the sleeve on my knee, and I took like 3 steps, and that was all she wrote. So we could call it getting old.
Yeah.
But I'm hitting so well, I can't take myself out of the game. We need the hits. In the last 2 games, I've driven in 12 runs, so you know, I feel like I can't take myself out of it, but it hurts to run, so I don't know what I'm going to do. I can still pitch, though. That doesn't affect my pitching. The sun and like I said, the sun and the softball hitting me at 100 miles an hour, that affected me. All right, pace car's down. Lights are gone. About to go green. Frog on the outside, truck on the inside. I don't know.
All right, coming to the Geico restart zone. Off goes the 174. Big jump.
It was a huge jump.
That's that advantage, man. As soon as you get there, take off.
Look at the difference that Taco cut that corner. The amount of gap he made up. And that's what I'm saying. I don't think the trucks can run down there and gain. So let's see if he does it again in this round. Does he cut it? Coming around town. Nope, this time he stays up high. Comes down through. Yep, stays up in his groove this time. Gets a lot of run there though.
So under 50 minutes, so this will take us all the way to the end. Yellows are only from race control.
And we did see them already too, so it is a possibility.
I believe they said within 8 minutes to the end, there will be no cautions at all.
Yeah, I think that's what happened last time, right?
Wow, talk about a slide job.
Yep,
Taco.
yep. Well, again, there he goes. Oh, he cut down in front of him. Hold it, hold it, hold it.
Whoa.
Wow. What a... there's more damage, more chaos. Daggone it.
Yeah, we're going to see that from the 81.
Yeah, Josh did everything he could to hold it. That truck cut down in front of everybody to get into the pit lanes and just... I know, I should let race control call it. I'm sorry, Harold. But, dang. I calls it as I sees it.
So we're going to look right here at what happened right around the 81. It was like him at Turkle.
So 174 is way on the outside.
So let's check this out slowly.
Yeah, wow. I guess he thinks he's clear to get to the pit lane.
So he's trying to make it down there. The 174 is.
Yep.
So we have Turkle behind the 81. The 174. Not sure if he said anything.
He's pulling hard because look at the angle of his truck. Josh has to let up, which means Turkle is right on him.
Wow.
Josh is doing... Now watch how good this guy holds this as long as he does. I mean, he is flat out almost...
Sliding.
He's literally sliding.
So
comes out of it. You see the one get around. Michaels get around. He comes near the barrels, misses him. How, I don't know.
Now he's full right steering wheel. That's
now he's full right steering, which means he's not going to recover it all the way. He swings back to the other side, and then just there's nowhere. This is a bottleneck. There's nowhere else for anybody to go.
No, he locks him up there. He's smoking the tires, and he's not got hit by anyone until bang. There's Turner gets him, and then
Turner gets him, clips that car. Michael's got nowhere to go. Down comes Ramsdell. Ramsdell's got nowhere to go. Keith's coming through. I don't know if Keith makes it through or not. And then look, he's back up, and everybody else is. Oh, man, that's tough.
Wow.
I'll give him all the credit in the world, though, Harold. He did a heck of a job trying to just save it.
Oh, yeah.
And keep it out of the way, but. Again, that's tight through that spot.
Very tough. Heck of a driving by the 81 and trying to keep it from getting that way. Lots of drivers damage and all.
It seems like once we talked about the yellow, we might have caused the yellow Herald. Are we going to take full responsibility for that or not?
No.
Okay, good.
So an EOL penalty has been assessed to Chris Finnegan. Got 174.
Yeah. I mean, it's one. Yeah, I don't know.
And Sonia, Keith Fonseca getting his lap back. He will be be on the tail end of the lead lap.
Excellent.
There he goes.
Well, so that worked out for him. That's good.
And Josh Susi says enough.
Yeah. I figured as much. I mean, once that happens to you, what are you going to do? He's got 42 minutes. He should join us in the booth. All right, so they are reset. Lights are out, which means we're going to go greenage here in just a moment. The frogs again up front. You got Kevin on one side, Ethan on the other side. This ought to be interesting.
Trucks behind him.
Yep. Yep. And Wysocki's quietly been driving really, really well tonight. At one point taking the lead, so he might be someone to watch. And by the way, that we talked about, if you remember when we were talking about the distance that the trucks can go versus the cup cars, it almost seems pretty even tonight, doesn't it?
Yes.
So, not so much the advantage. Again, Taco takes down low on the first corner, seems to put him at a really good advantage, taking away and driving off.
No, we've got Boston Wheeler on the lead lap as well. So,
Well, I think the quick cautions help them. I think you're right. I think
caution. A big pile up on this last 83rd lap. And as we talk
back in the back
Wheeler,
again, right?
Wheeler's there in the middle of it. Let's check it out. Wow, cars
what a
painted
hit.
everywhere. So it looks like there's a car way low. And let's see if we can see this happening here. So I saw a car coming up off of that low line. There's the 13 of oh man.
Caleb's down low in the 66. Thomas Teagan in the 13. Yeah.
So coming off the dog leg here. Ooh, almost like 4 wide right here. We're at the 77 of Bo Ross. So
that's Caleb coming up.
Coming up onto the racetrack. And looks like he gets into the 13. Yep, turns the 13 up the racetrack. Looks like they get a hold of Corey Herrigs as well. Bang. And there's Mr. Peterson, or Mr. Bo Ross gets hit there with the 77.
Bo Ross is hit, yep. But this isn't the end of it. Because there's a couple, they're down there's Michael, along with the truck that was leading for the longest time, Mr. Turkle. Wow. Oh, Turkle takes a huge hit.
Lots and lots of carnage. Watch that again from the blimp view.
Kevin gets around. I don't know how he made it through that.
Wow. All right, well, under 40 to go here. I think we're going to see a bunch of people come down and get fuel.
Yeah.
If they haven't already done so.
What was a calm race and fun to watch Turkle come from nowhere has become Carnage City. And we've lost, what, this is the fourth caution in no time? I mean, I guess if you don't count the one, but I mean, we've had 3 cautions thrown pretty quickly.
There was not a stage break caution. That caution was an actual
Oh, that
caution.
was a caution. Okay, yeah.
So they are, yeah.
Wow.
Lots of cars being used. The top 4 drivers of Taco, Kremet, Kevin, Ethan Michaels, Douglas Wasaki, John Humphreys, Josh McKinney, and Nathan Manwaring. Those are all the drivers with another car left. Jeff Ramsdale and Chris Finnegan and Larry Bruner. And
well,
Steve
then
Wood.
shout out to Humphrey and Seidner and McKinney that have made it through and are still.
Well,
I mean, I know McKinney.
Seidner has already taken one.
No, I'm just saying that they're still up there and running is what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
Yeah, but he doesn't have a spare car.
Nope.
So.
Nope. Well, then he better stay there, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just surprised at how the race has changed drastically from that first caution until now. And this is the spot right here, Harold, that seems to be bottlenecking everyone.
Yep.
They come off that dog leg, shoot on down that chute.
Mm-hmm.
They've been, these guys do this before. Not that I remember.
So 36 minutes to go here. I'm under our caution flag.
Carmen chimed in and says Matthew's back on the lead lap, and that is correct.
Well,
Matthew
he was, and then the calamity happened, right?
Oh, the calamity, that's true.
And Wheeler was part of that. So we'll see what his car gets now, since he's already used the car up.
Well, I've lost my time in the scoring, so I'll let you talk about that.
Anyway. All right, so the pace truck has gone off in turn 1. Wait till we get to the Geico restart zone right here. The 6 can fire.
Do
up
it single
anytime.
file.
Yep. So single file restart spreads them out. 35 minutes remaining.
I don't think it stops the chaos, though.
Well, spreads them out a little bit.
It does, yes.
As we're starting to get some green flag puts in here, as we do each and every weekend, we are taking this on the road tomorrow to King's Dominion for those that are in that area, if they'd want to meet up with us.
If you're at the state fair and want to swing over to King's Dominion, or if you can make it to King's Dominion, that's right, that's where we'll be.
We do run into people from time to time.
We do. Yes, we do.
And we're actually lovable, careable guys, and we will take pictures. We might charge for autographs.
I don't think we do. Yeah, I don't think we do that.
No, not that popular yet. Hey, that coin, guys.
Hey, yeah, go ahead.
That coin was in the number 17 at Bristol.
That's
So
right.
if you
That's
are
right.
a holder of the One to Go Studios Sasquatch Hard Luck Award, you are in, in fine company.
You're in great company.
Since
yeah.
Chris Buescher has one super glued to the bottom of that chair in that car. That's the same car that he put in Dover on the pole position and won the race at Bristol.
So the coin is famous now, just so you know. I mean,
Well, I think Clint Boyer made it more famous when he dropped it.
well,
on
Clint, when he dropped it 3 times, yeah. But that's, neither here nor there. My guess was he was trying to open a bottle.
I think he was flipping it because it's got that nice heft to it.
It does. It's a beautiful coin. There's a truck in the wall.
So Gortman and his frog brother are leading the way behind, and behind them is Ethan Michaels, Kevin, Mr. McMillan Jr., and Douglas Masaki are the 4 trucks. Get back to Garrett Seidner and Mr. Humphreys for the Xfinity Series.
Yeah, how about Humphreys? How about that man?
Yeah. I tell you, next time we meet with Mr. Busher, we might have to have him give us a promo with it.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely. Yeah.
This coin changed my career.
That's exactly right. Yep. You too can have a Sasquatch board.
That would be hilarious. Like,
You get Busher and Clint at the same time.
It would be bad. You see Brad Kozlowski in the background taking a wrench to the chair, trying to
Nice.
steal it out of his car.
Well, if he was a nicer man, we'd give him one.
Well,
That's right. Patrick has one.
Yes, he
Patrick
does.
says he's got his coin. That's right.
We'll have to see if we're gonna try to make it to the RFK garage sometime in the off season.
Yep.
I would love to take a picture with us in the seat with the thing. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I'd just like to see where he put it.
Yeah. It's funny because you just see all the guys that we talked to, the pit crew and all that, seeing them do their celebration on the front stretch at Bristol. They're like, hey, there's the gas man and the Jack dude. We talked to both of them.
The Jackman has a coin.
Yes,
Yeah.
he does. And Jackman has a coin as well.
He thought it was pretty cool, so I said, all right, here's a coin.
Mm-hmm.
What we found out later was I could have been sitting on the box.
Well, Monday we could have been. We were supposed to be on the box on Sunday, but that didn't happen. So we'll work it out. I mean, we are trying to work our next season with Roush. So we'll see. There may be something coming up with Wendigo Studios and Roush Performance, so keep your ear out for that.
We're still waiting on our food sponsor, aka desserts, cookies, whatever. Something.
And then now Joey, I don't know if you saw this, but Joey is now going to be one of the primary commentators for Freaky Friday with Makoni Setup.
How about that?
Friday night. So they just started that back up. I saw my buddy Makoni's talking about that the other day.
Joey's good to have in the booth. He's a good guy to call.
Well,
so.
I just kind of basically took him out of our hands because I was like, I was thinking about calling Joey.
Yeah. So that means we have an opening, right? I mean, that means we could always pull in somebody else exciting or fancy or fun, or
if you're a split decision double trouble driver, it doesn't race on Friday nights, we would like to have you come into the booth, give us that driver perspective of what you saw on that week or that track before.
Or as we did throw down the gauntlet to some person named Sonia, who has still yet to acknowledge the gauntlet has been thrown.
Well, she says she's already called races before with Keith.
Not with us.
I know.
She's called them with Keith. We're not talking about Keith here. We're talking about us.
30 minutes left to go here. The Frog Brothers in control here as Ethan Michaels is moving his way up. It looks like Roney trying to get his lap back there.
Yeah. And I don't think he's going to be successful in that.
Well, that's a lap back because he's 5 laps back, Mr. Maroney is.
Yep. Well, he really cut that corner that time.
It's kind of interesting. It's kind of a Halloween type of Hooters car if you looked at Mr. Taco.
Yep. Elvira.
With Elvira on the side of the car.
Well, no,
Elvira.
it's not.
Nope. I was thinking it was, but that looked some kind of goth chick of some kind.
She's hootered. That's all.
Well, that's not their costume.
No, definitely not their costume.
It's past my bedtime, she says.
Whatever. Yeah, you're still here chatting with us.
Yeah,
okay.
I mean,
all right.
Tippity type is easier than talk.
I guess.
That's what she's telling us. 28:40 to go. Frog still in the lead. We'll get back here to Ethan Michaels, 2.8 seconds back behind these guys. And he's got his hands full with Kevin.
He sure does.
And Kevin looks
Get
like
Gary.
Kevin Gary's looks like he's got the Sasquatch on the hood.
Oh, what else would you put on your hood?
No, not wrong. It looked like the Sasquatch from a distance, but I'm incorrect again. Oh.
Well, no one's pointing that out, Harold. No one's pointing that out.
Yeah, they are.
Who?
I don't know. You.
Who would say that?
It's the Combat Veterans
Yeah.
front, New Mission Motorsports. That's right.
But it would look good if a Sasquatch was on there somewhere.
It would look even better, yes.
Yes. Yeah, highly recommend it.
So, and then Garrett's back here in the 50 being chased down by a couple trucks and Andy Turner. So he's got that Subway 50 ride there. Looking pretty good. He doesn't have a car to spare, but is leading the way over the rest of the Xfinity Series, which Corey Herrigs is the next driver.
Yeah,
And
Garrett's got quite a...
seconds behind him.
Yep.
So we're on YouTube, and she's typing on Facebook on her phone.
I mean, typically that's how I do it on some of my stuff, so I can understand that.
27 to go.
It's calmed down, thankfully, but but Taco is pulling. I mean, the two guys up front are just running right now, which I don't understand it. But
Next week, we are heading to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, running the infield. We will be running the road course.
oh no, not the road cars.
Yeah. And that will be actually. Wait a minute. I'll ask him about that because it shows me here that it's Atlanta. Or maybe they changed it. I'm showing one says Atlanta and then the other one says.
I'd be happier with Atlanta.
It's on the. Oh, that's why it's the wrong one. So it is Atlanta. We are going to Atlanta.
Okay.
And it is the old Atlanta, not the new.
Excellent.
And Caleb Elswick is sponsoring that one as well. So Caleb going coast to coast.
Fantastic.
And then we'll be heading to Iowa for our night race, and it'll be back into being as the sponsor.
All right.
Well,
that's quite a jump, isn't it? I mean, we go from Phoenix to the old Atlanta, then an old Atlanta to Iowa. That's
Rusty's house,
unique.
Man.
Rusty's house, yeah.
Rusty.
Not a fan of him.
It's the house that Rusty built. Literally.
Literally, yeah. I mean, that's true. Canadian football going on in the background now. So, Kremet is not gaining on Kermit at all tonight.
Not really. I mean, they're about a second apart, and
Yep.
Ethan Michaels really not catching up with these guys at all either.
No.
About 2/10 better a lap, but nothing major. Joe Turkel's with him, but I think he's got a pretty beat up race car at this point.
Yeah, Turkle's still running 28.6. That's the fastest lap last time around. Until Kevin did a 28.688.
Maybe he's just letting it, getting everything he can get out of it, trying to figure out about speed. Because now Joe Turkel he's in a good position. He's only got 28 laps on this stint. Everybody else at 43 in front of him. That could be a strategy thing of why he just kind of maybe lifting and saving that fuel.
Well, they're all going to have to come in one more time.
I would believe so, yes.
Yeah, there's no way they're going to run it that length of time.
But he can stay out there a whole lot longer.
Sure he can. If the truck's working good enough, you just come in, splash fuel, and move on. So, or maybe get 2 tires and go. This is one of those tracks that if your car is way off, you're gonna pay all day long, aren't you?
Yeah, this is a tempo track.
Yeah.
Like you don't even drive it you drive it by feel more than you do by your visuals. But if you catch it right, your car will slide just in the right spots. Or if it comes off a little bit like Joe Turkle showed us earlier, off just a little bit, you end up finding the wall, or you don't quite get it all the way up to the wall. You usually get short. So you want to use the whole racetrack to go fast, but timing's everything. Charlotte's like that too. We were talking about before that we had Charlotte yesterday with the Throwback Thursday system with the trucks, and I hate that track because it's very similar in nature to this one. If you got to hit the corner just right to come off the corner with speed, otherwise you're touching the brake, lifting too late, and then you have no momentum on the backstretch, or you end up hitting the turn 4 wall.
Either way, not helpful.
Nope. We watched lots of people as 38 race cars came out for a recruitment race for Dave Gilbert's Throwback Thursdays.
That was awesome.
You know, I piloted the number 10 because I didn't change it properly last night in the desert camouflage into the 5th spot.
So I take it
kind of a win.
Right. So currently behind is Finnegan, right? Right behind Turkle right now is Finnegan trying to get
around.
Trying to get around.
Yeah, he's 2 laps back right at the moment. So right now we got Ethan Michaels, who's got around one of the frogs, and he's bringing the 58 with him as they're now working on their way to get around Taco. They're starting to catch up.
Yeah. Ethan's still running in the 28s. I mean, that's just astounding. Turkle's running in 28s as well, who just got around Kremet also. So there's 2 trucks still running in a 28-second lap. Now they're up high, but Turkle's 28.7. Ethan was 28.9. I mean, that was last lap before, so there we go. This time Kevin was at 28.9 and the 2 other ones were at 29s. So the trucks still have a little more speed than Taco Gortman has, and you can see them all coming now, hunting him.
Yep, and like I said, Joe Turkle has 25 laps less fuel on his stint. So he can go a lot further than these guys, kind of let them make their decision before he makes his.
Well, and by him getting up there and just tucking in behind them, they're doing the work for him too. So.
Yep, and look at the number 1 underneath the 6 here. The 6 is going to go high. The number 1, Ethan Michaels, is going to take the lead here, going way down low. Going to slide up there, and Gortman looks like Tyler trying to switch it up there, or is he going to go down pit lane here?
No, he's trying to switch it up. That's an odd place to do that. I guess he's going pit lane now. Okay. That's a early dive for pit lane, isn't it?
Yeah, it looked like it. So pit lane 8, so it brings the number 1 of Ethan Michaels to the front. Joe Turkle behind him. Starting to see drivers come down for final pit stops with 20 minutes to go. We know they can go 20 minutes. We saw that in the first stint that went green flag earlier.
Right.
So we know everybody can go 20 minutes, no issues. So Ethan Michael, Joe Turkle, Robert McMillan, and Douglas Iwasaki all up front here. If I'm them, I'm going to push this thing as hard as I can, and if the caution comes out later, I can get myself some fresh set of tires, fuel, and stay on the front part, because anybody getting a lap back would get to the back of the longest line. But here comes the 1 and the 44 down pit lane. So
yeah, I think everybody's going to grab it now. As you said, 20 minutes was the run before, so there's no reason why you wouldn't keep doing the same thing and run it, you know.
You know, Turkle's got about 20 some odd laps remaining in his tank. So we see what he's going to do here. He's going to come down now. He says, he's like, nope, not going to play, not going to chance it. I'm going to come down where the getting's good. You give me some fuel, tires, and get to the end of this thing. Tyler Rush looks like he's going to take over the lead here in the number 27 machine. As Joe Turkle goes down pit lane.
You see Garrett Seidner now up in the third. That's sweet.
So Turtle Rush is going to have to try to get down to pit lane. He's 54 laps on his fuel. Look for him to probably come down pit lane this next time by. Garrett Seidner down on pit lane. Michael Gitchell has just, it looks like he's got 38 laps. He's another one like very similar to...
What Turkle did?
Correct, yes.
Yeah. I figured that's where you were going with that.
Yes, Turkle's Chicken, says Andy.
Turkle's Chickens, that's right.
Oh, wow, Kevin puts up the fastest lap in the number 58 that lap.
He's had a good truck the whole time. I don't know if he's just holding back too, but he's now got the lead for the trucks.
Lead for the trucks with new fuel. Ethan Michael, Joe Turkle with them as well. Asaki way back now.
Yeah, but it's 17 minutes, and we've all seen.
Whoa!
That was tight. That was almost all of man wearing he could handle.
And I want to say that he knew what man wearing was wearing for cologne.
Oh yeah, he could smell him.
That was all up in his grill. Actually,
The Drakkar Noir was in his grill.
Yeah, wow, that was close. But definitely used and abused that draft, and around he goes, 58, as he's now going to set himself up to try to get him another driver, get himself in a position to win this thing, because the guys in front of him all have to pit.
Oh, really? Oh, Bo Ross and all of that? Yeah, they do. Yep.
So Kevin is trying to win the all-out tonight in the Truck Series. He's coming up at 7 right there. Jeff Ramsdale going to go down low, man wearing with him.
But you see the difference. I still see it. The trucks cannot cut that corner as well as the Cup cars can.
Yeah, they sure can hold that yellow line better than anybody else.
They can do that. There's no doubt about it. They got the short run and stay on the yellow line. They can definitely hang. But man, cutting the corner is just not as good for them.
Yep, that's where they want to be. Apex the corner at the yellow line. As he's in the back of Matthew Boston Wheeler here. Trying to get closer to the number 77 of Bo Ross that's in front there. This is your race leader coming through traffic. Your truck leader. Whoa, they're going to go 3 wide.
And he's going to be in the wrong spot.
58 goes around. Keeps it out of trouble. Gets it rolling again. No caution being called yet. Either Michaels and Joe Turkle get around during that. But no caution.
I was wondering if the outside was going to be a bad spot to be in. So he just hands it over.
3 wide.
Yep.
That caused that.
And 3 different type cars.
Yep. So Ethan Michaels now the new leader with the fuel. The Taco Gortman in the number 6 also has new fuel, and the other frog of Krevitt leading the way. So in 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, all the way back, Bo Ross and Jeff Ramsdale now in pit lane. Tyler Rush is going to have to come down eventually. He's at 62 laps with Michael Gitchell with him.
Yeah, there's no way they're pushing this. Maybe he's trying to build a big enough cushion to when he pulls in, but I mean, he's got 13 seconds. That's not enough time.
I'm sure he was hoping for that caution to come out with those spinning cars.
He was close.
So 14 to go here. Time-wise, Tyler Rush on 63 laps on his stint. Everyone
I I didn't take note how far the longest went. So.
Well, we didn't get much further than this. So we'll see how much further he can go. But I just don't think he's got 13 and a half minutes worth of fuel. And that's another 26 laps. Put him at 80, 90 laps? I don't think so. 66 right there. That's Mr. Elswick right behind him. Elswick's in the second spot for the Xfinity Series. Good comeback race for him as he had some issues early on. It's real close.
He's not trying to, but at that point right there, it seems to be pushing cars up as they get to the line. Whoa, hard on the brakes there. 12, hard on the brakes because the 27 was just literally in the way. He's not trying to stretch this.
Well, 27 has fuel.
He's got to come down.
He needs gas, he needs tires, that's for sure. He's at 30.1, 2 seconds off his fastest lap. Joe Turkle trying to get up to the truck, get his truck around the two drivers in front of him, the Frog brothers.
Yeah, I think there's still, again, plenty of time for him to catch him. Last time we talked about that, it was, 19 minutes, and they all walked him back down in 5 minutes. So
Garrett's got about a 4.6 second lead over Caleb Elswick. Down comes 27. He's going to give the lead to the number 6.
Well, they were right there. I mean, I think he waited too long, Harold. He had him at 14 seconds. Take your shot, go get your fuel and tires, and then get back out there as quick as you can. Gitchell's still running, but he's not a contender, so.
Josh McKinney trying to keep himself on the lead lap there in the number 11, just in front of the race leader. You see Turkle coming to the picture now, only 4 car lengths behind the second place driver.
Yeah, he's running the same lap speeds. Some of them a little faster, some of them it's really evening out, but they're running the same speeds. Josh McKinney stays up high, stays out of the mess.
Looks like it allowed Mr. Joe Turkle to get a lot closer, dealing with that number 11. Got it close within 3 car lengths to the number 97.
He's all over the back of Kremet.
Yep. The 6 is out, off and away from both of them. Josh McKinney looks like he's being used as the jam car.
Yeah.
Turkle looking down low at this point around this corner, see if he can get around him and hold him off. Looks like he's going to get around him this time. Goes within 2 car lengths of the 97. As the number 6 of Taco continues to lead this race with less than 10 minutes to go. At 8 minutes, or I believe it's 7 minutes, is when the race controller will throw away the yellow flag.
Oh, Joe, don't go on the outside. He does. Whew. It's interesting to watch these guys try to move low, move high, see what's the best thing. Turkle is really good on that yellow line, as you said before. Mm-hmm. But it's the coming to the line that really. Oh, he's cutting him. He's going to cut him hard this time. Cuts the corner. This time he was underneath him. I don't know that that's going to benefit him though. Yeah, see.
Well, he's got, what was it, Larry Bruner that's there in the 25 that was taking the free line to be like.
But look at the difference as he came through there and got around him. It was the yellow line through 2 and 3, or 1 and 2, excuse me, 1 and 2. This track throws me off. 1 and 2 there, where he can really hug that yellow line. Where he comes out here, he's got to keep it wider. Now he's got the other one to reel in, and Taka's going to make his car wide. I would imagine as best he can.
Yep.
Look at the gain right there.
Yep. Oh yeah. So Keith Fonseca has moved up in the top 5.
Yep.
So look at this. It's cup, truck, cup, truck, cup, truck, cup, truck.
Keith's running good times too. He's right up there with the leaders. Matter of fact, he should be gaining on Ethan Michaels in the truck. Underneath, that's the corner for him.
Oh,
Look at the
crash
difference.
Up front. Like somebody is really tough in front here. The Adam Benefield maybe.
Well, Turkle clears.
With 7:41 left.
As you said, we're not going to see the
No more cautions.
caution, so whatever happens, happens.
Have at it, boys.
That's it.
We're under that 7.5 here to go. Joe Turkle's taking over the lead over the Frog Brothers. Fonseca moving into the 5th spot. Overall, 3 in the Cup Series. He's got a gap of 8.5 seconds to catch up to Ethan Michaels, though.
Yeah, that's the bad part. I mean, he was running better times, but when you're that far down, it's really hard. I mean, he's cutting through it, but Keith's faster in one in a certain set of turns, and Michaels is faster in the other. I think the trucks are better in 1 and 2 than the cars, and that's where they're gaining all their speed, because they can go down in 1 and 2 and just rip it down on the bottom. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Man, that was.
Xfinity Series having a real hard time holding the line in either direction, especially when the air comes off the car.
Oh yeah, it's going. I mean, it just wants to leave them. Garrett's still out in front for the Xfinity, sitting in 10th place. So Ethan got around Kremet.
Yep.
Which is what happened last time. There you go. There's Keith coming around. He's got him in his sights.
He's getting in there. He's going for Kremet. You just got to get up there through there.
Yeah, get around the stuff that's in front, dive down, and then go after him. But he's got clean racetrack for him for a while, so. Interesting, he took so high in 1 and 2.
So number 15 continues to walk away here. Ethan Michaels back behind him by about 2.5 seconds. Coming up on lap traffic.
He and Ethan are the only two running in the 28s right now, too. So, big difference.
So Ethan now has got around Gortman as he's trying to get closer to Mr. Turkle. 2.7 seconds separate the top 2 trucks. Then you got 4 in a row from Gortman back to Fonseca, as Gibbs has now gotten around Fonseca, it looks like.
Yep. Still, for what happened to Keith, that's a pretty good run.
Yep. Four minutes remaining in the race here, so about 8 laps to go. Maybe 9. When the time goes to 0, the white flag will come out. Next time the leader passes, that'll be it.
Seidner looks to have a pretty good grip on first place in Xfinity. Taco over Kremet. Pretty good gap there as well. And it doesn't look like Ethan's going to be able to pull Joe Turkel in. So, again, barring catastrophic events.
We had anvils falling last week. So.
Yeah, that's right. I say it every time with a little bit of trepidation, but he's driven a great race today. He really has. Despite all the other efforts that I wanted to keep him from, doing his thing.
Oh, yeah, the engine let go.
Yep, that was Garoni. Yep.
Heard that go boom, detonation down the backstretch.
I can't hear that. It must sound like fun.
It's like kaboom, and then you see smoke.
Wow.
Hey, when you're in your race car again and practicing, just pop it from second to first gear while you're out there on the racetrack. You'll hear it.
I'm not even sure I know how to shift the gears, so. I think I flipped the paddles, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah, you downshift it in the wrong spot, it'll blow up. Oh, the money shift.
Ah.
Because it costs money.
Because it costs a lot of money, yeah.
Yeah. Can't say that I've not done that at all, because I have. It really sucks. You're winning a race and you're shifting in like an Indy car from 5th to 4th gear through corner. You double pull it down to 3rd and oops.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Sebring. Hey, I didn't do it as Sebring. Andy says I did it as Sebring. I don't think I did that as Sebring.
Andy would know.
Did I do that? I don't know. I might have done it. Sebring, I was punted like a kid. I got kicked like don't kick the baby.
Well, who's kicking babies anyways, Harold?
Well, South Park, don't kick the baby. Like I got kicked by a LMP car into the next universe. Before the multiverse was the multiverse, I had already been there.
Ah, see.
All right, so Turkel, 3 seconds to the good. As we're in the last minute here, let's run through here. We've got Taco, got a pretty good commanded lead over his buddy there.
Yep.
And that man, we're right in front of him. And then we got Garrett back here as he's pushing people. We got kicked a lot. Yes, we did get kicked a lot that race. So 30 seconds to go. We might get another lap in for Mr. Turkel. We'll keep an eye on him.
At his speed, probably.
Kevin Garoni says we're done. There's that engine went boom. 17 seconds. Can he get back to the
he'll get back
before it gets to 0?
He's running 28, so
4, 3, 2,
no.
1.
Final lap.
Yeah, I think he's got another lap to go.
Yep. How about that? Final lap. All that's left is to drain the bathwater. And the races stayed pretty wide after that, as far as close. Seidner ran away as well. So Turkel taking the flag right there, waiting for Taco Gortman come around and take the checkered flag, and then of course Garrett Seidner as well. Interesting middle of the race. What do you think, Harold?
Yes.
Got a little wild there for a while.
Did definitely. All right, so let's try to get with drivers. So we've got Joe Turkel and Taco, who's already put himself there. So we pulled Turkel up. And looks like Garrett as well for tonight.
Excuse me. Joe hadn't melted his tires yet, so. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, man. 50's trying to melt his tires down, too.
Yep.
There you go.
All right, let's try to get with some people.
Peoples.
People are people.
That's what they sang before.
There's the beautiful car. Let's get him in here and talk to Joe Turkle. All right, we have tonight's overall winner in a truck, nonetheless, the number 15 from TurkleCustom.com. Joe Turkle, you're in the booth with Harold Cushy.
How you guys doing?
Good, man. How are you doing? I mean, you just had a wild race. Harold and I were just talking about how the middle of the race suddenly just imploded on it, and you got it. If I'm not mistaken, you got caught up in some of that nonsense, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm on cloud 9 right now. I got caught in that mid-race wreck and thought it was over, and can't believe I was able to battle back. I mean, I had a fast truck, and it was a battle, but I got back up.
So the big thing for me was turns 1 and 2 looks like where you were set. Couldn't hold it as much as 3 and 4. Is that about right?
Yeah, 3 and 4. You really got to slow down on entry, and you don't keep as much speed.
Yeah. Well, Harold was noting that you guys could straddle that yellow line, and that's what you were saying, right, Harold? They could straddle that line in 1 and 2.
3 and 4.
3 and 4. Oh, okay. Okay.
1 and 2 is when they were dropping underneath him in the dog leg.
Yeah, I tried to keep it as low as possible. That's the best line that I could run. So it's kind of where I held it.
Yeah, like I saw the truck seemed pretty good that you could sniff around that yellow line, but cutting the dog leg didn't seem like it really gave you guys any advantage. What do you think about that tonight?
I'm sorry, what was that?
The dog leg, our cup cars would like really cut that dog leg out. We saw when you guys were doing it, it didn't seem like it really shot you guys up front like it did the cup car.
No, if you get down on the dog leg, I noticed it would get a little bit squirrely in the middle, and the cup cars just carry so much acceleration going through there but the trucks, it really didn't benefit too much. I tried playing around with it a little bit here and there, but for the most part, it really didn't help.
Yeah. Well, Joe, it was a great race. Good. I enjoyed watching you. Who do you want to thank tonight, buddy?
I thank all you guys for putting on the show in the league, and thank my wife for letting me do this. So
that's good. That's a good one to thank.
So we're going back to the legacy or the old Atlanta. So before the expansion. So what do you think we'll be able to see with you? Because you're going to go from the short track to, the beginning of the cookie cutters, I believe is the best way to call Atlanta.
Yeah, I'm not too good at Atlanta. I like the new track. It's a lot more head-to-head racing, but we'll see how it goes.
All right, Joe. Thanks so much. Great race, buddy. Way to put it down, and way to get out there and just show them how it's done. Joe Turkle taking the overall and the win in the trucks. Good job.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, man.
All right, we're going to switch them up here now. We'll pull up Taco.
You got quieter all of a sudden, by the way. Just so you know.
No.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about your microphone. Ask Taco. He'll tell you.
How about now? Better?
Better.
I bumped it a little bit. Hey, Taco, you're up with Harold and Cushy. Hooters car. We thought you had Elvira on the car, but apparently that's not Elvira.
No, yeah, it's not. Just a little, goth girl Hooters thing. But man, she was bad fast today. I didn't back into this one. We definitely had one of the fastest cars. Maybe still third place fastest because Keith and Josh were really fast. But man, I'm just it's so good. Luke and I both won 2 weeks in a row, so I'll take it.
Yeah, you're right. You definitely had the car. No backing into this one today. I just don't think Luke, for whatever reason, could not run the way you did. And you could cut that corner, the one where you cut down into the dog leg. Dude, you could get down probably lower than most people. That seemed to be your advantage, but man, the trucks could really hold it after the next turn when they got into the next turn. So what was it like racing those guys?
Yeah, a lot of times you just kind of balance it out. Once the next gen's tires just start to wear out, the trucks don't fall off as much. So, you see them, you try to time it, and you're trying to communicate when they're going to make the pass, especially there towards the end. I know they're battling for a win, and same with the Xfinity guys that were around me. Just trying to balance out when to let them go and try not to lose as much time. And it got close a couple times there. Luke was on my inside, and he just caught that wall entering turn 3, and it was crazy.
What was the best part about your car tonight? What did you think worked well for you? What worked the best?
It's the fact there of the new 1 and 2, old 3 and 4 there. I was able to, once I figured out that kind of mid groove was where you wanted to be, just putting the power down and trying to get it to not get tight, because a lot of times you get tight exiting that turn and smash that wall. But just trying to get that power down, and I suited for it. And that dog leg, and cutting it down is, if you cut it the wrong way, you almost spin. But you do it just right, and you can gain a lot of time.
Yeah, well, you seem to cut it very, very deep. Okay, well, we've never talked to this guy before, Harold, so I guess we should let him thank some people. What do you think?
Yep, that'd be about right.
Yeah, man. Meeting the first time up here or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
First time.
But I'd like to thank Luke for racing me clean. We battle hard all the time.
Yep.
Everyone at Back Row eSports, Keith, Hump, Wheeler, Sonia, DJ, all those guys. My wife, my daughter, everyone, you guys for broadcasting, all the admins and everyone that puts this race on. It's much appreciated, and I'm very thankful for this win, and thankful for all you guys.
All right, brother. Way to go. Great run tonight, and we'll see you next week at Old Atlanta.
Oh, that's going to be a lot of fun. I'll see y'all then.
You got it.
See ya.
All right, moving on to our Xfinity winner, our Subway series here. Pull him on up. So, Garrett, you're in the booth with Harold and Cushy, bringing that Subway anime car to the front for the Xfinity series tonight here at the desert.
Yeah, we got another one.
Yeah, man. Car looked great pretty much the whole night. Did you get caught up in any nonsense, or we kept looking at you and you seemed to get through it. Harold might have known if you got in anything deep, but how was your car tonight? Looked pretty stout all the way through.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite racetracks. I love diamonding that first and second corner, and Dogleg's always fun to take, even though it drops my heart down a little bit every time the car gets a little uneasy. But yeah, we didn't have the greatest of short run speed, and we definitely had a lot of race traffic to deal with the other two classes. But yeah, we just had that long run speed, and we're able to pull away, especially there at that last little bit of the race.
So I was asking Harold earlier, and I'll ask you now, the Xfinity cars, do they run a lot? Is it a lot tougher to run an Xfinity car at Phoenix? It seems like the trucks had no issues whatsoever. They could basically drive where they wanted to. Cup cars could cut that diamond corner, cut the dog leg, no problems. Xfinity seem to have a little bit more of an issue. Is it weight? What is it that keeps that unbalance going?
Yeah, I definitely was feeling it off of turn 2. There's that and part of that diamond effect, just going from top to bottom and trying to just punch the throttle off the corner doesn't quite work as well as probably what it would with the trucks. Because if you lit the throttle up too quickly, you're going to spin the rear tires. And there were some times where I was having to hold the wheel a little bit more to the right, holding it off the corner exit, making sure I didn't just flat out spin out. It was definitely a little bit hard to drive. These cars are very much heavier, and they just don't have that get up and go that we saw with the trucks in the corners and the cup cars in the straightaways.
Well, Harold, I think you mentioned coming off of there too. It kind of flattens out. If you're in the wrong spot, your back end leaves you. Isn't that what you were saying?
Oh, yeah, if you put the power down too soon, that corner wall comes right up against the car. You get that real tight condition. It's all about the timing. I mean, the Xfinity car, what we've always noticed is, especially the older style, which is this car, of course, you got to hit the corners exactly right, and you'll come off them like you're shot out of a gun. But if you miss it just a little bit, you're either not going to get all the way to the wall, so you know you left something out there, or you're going to smack the wall, and then you're really not going to be happy with your race car after that.
All right. Well, Garrett, awesome job, dude, as usual. I really enjoy having you up here and talking to us. Why don't you give a shout-out to who you want to give that shout-out to?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd like to thank the Games 1, 2, 3 boys and Ray Tustin, John Peterson, and all the guys at the Turtle Shell Shop for another fast race car. Put the Subway machine. We got it 2 for 2 this season. And
There you go.
Forge Glory Art and Photography, and my parents who had that business. So thank you for all my supporters.
Yeah, man. Well, Garrett Seidner, go celebrate your win. Great run today. See you at Old Atlanta next week.
For sure. Thank you.
All right, so we will get some other business in here.
Business
is good, yes.
Yes.
So let's get to let's go with the Cactus Cam. I like the Cactus Cam. So,
yep, I like it.
All right, so our race summary for tonight with the Marconi Setup Shop is the race recap. Joe Turkel, your overall winner, 4 cautions for 20 laps. 35 drivers started the race. And Kevin ended up being our fastest lap of 27.653. And we're moving on. Results for our Cup class. Taco Gortman takes the win for the Cup Series. Mr. Kremet is in the second spot. Gibbs, Fonseca, Rush, and Turner. And then back a lap was Jeff Ramsdale, Michael Gitchell. 2 laps back was Bo Ross. Adam Benefiel, having issues with his connection early, was booted out at 30 laps. I believe that's the only other driver. Looks like that should be it for them, which there is. And we'll get you to take over here. And
yep. That was a good job out of Keith and both Justin. Him and Justin both for recovering and getting up there. So good job on those 2 guys.
And then Joe Susie.
Josh, Susie.
Yeah, he didn't do too good tonight. He had an issue as well.
He had help.
So there we go. Our Xfinity Series.
Yep, Garrett Seidner takes it there. Caleb Elswick a lap down. John Humphrey. Josh McKinney, who poor guy was in, out, but he handled it well. Nice job by Josh. Nathan Manwaring, Corey Harridges, and Matthew Boston Wheeler 1 lap. Stephen Wood, 14. Vinny Tybee, 105. And John Peterson, 114.
All right. And I believe we have no one else there, so back that up. And our Truck Series, which were the overall winner, Joe Turkel, and Ethan Michaels, Kevin. I always mess his name up. Gigari.
That's what I'm guessing.
Gigari. Okay, we'll go with Gigari. Wasaki, Crane, and then Finnegan was a lap back. 2 back was Bruner 3. 5 back for McMillan. Garoni blew up that motor 16 laps down. And DJ Trout 67. Teagan 79. Kusumano was 123. And then the rest, that was 720, is our race controller. And that pretty much gets everyone. Make sure we got everything in here. And so tonight, this was our Elswick eSports presents the Duel in the Desert. And then he'll also be set up for next week at the Old Atlanta. So I'll have to come up with something for that for him. And I believe we got everything in for tonight.
Yeah, I think we did. It was a great race. Got a little crazy in the middle, but great race nonetheless, and it was a good call.
All right, so we'll be moving on to Atlanta from here, the old configuration, so pre-Super Speedway days for the Atlanta Motor Speedway. It'll be sponsored again by Caleb Elswick in the number 66 Xfinity Series. And all three of these series drivers will be back next Friday, same time. If you get an opportunity to check out Thursday nights with us, or with me, I'll be racing with the Thursday Night Throwdown. We'll see if I'm going to stream that or not. We'll see. Still got to make sure we get everything taken care of. But other than till next week, we'll see you guys at the next turn. See ya.
See ya.
What an exciting race brought to you by One to Go Studios. Here they come out of turn 4 to the white flag, and it's 1 to go. Thank you to all our sponsors, drivers, and viewers. We'll see you at the next turn.